What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Game Show Global Esports Cup. Sorry about that. The coffee is really hot, and it's really fresh, so perfect timing, as I didn't really expect this game to start on time, but TNC and Signature Trust both kind of known for their punctuality. Either way, this is going to be a best of 5. Got TNC going up against Trust. The winner of this one is going to the show. The winner of this one is going to be going all the way to the LAN finals and competing hopefully to go into DreamHack afterwards. That's going to be happening in December something, if I don't really know the exact date, but that's fine. I'm Mikelorus, going to be your only caster for today. Now, if you are on this channel, if you're interested in seeing just overall good Dota, I highly encourage all of you guys to go to the second Game Show channel where IGFTD are currently being played. After that, we got DK versus Newbie. Grandis is going to be casting that one. He has pulled an all-nighter so far. He needs your energy. I'm a little bit more fresh, so I can receive your energy later on. Of course, if you're here for the teams, and you're here for the teams, and I can't really do too much to stop you, now can I? Signature Trust and TNC both beat their previous opponents. Signature Trust beat MVP Hot 6 yesterday, actually. That was a sick game. Definitely one worth watching. Whereas for the TNC side, they beat Pang 5, and their game was pretty straightforward, pretty easy, all things considered. So we'll see if Signature Trust are able to put up a fight here, as I definitely believe they can do it, especially with this draft. Open up with the Slardar, definitely a way to go. Whereas for TNC, Queen of Pain still in the pool. They're going to grab that one, most likely with someone like a Winter Wyvern or a Dazzle. You got to get those. Ooh, never mind. Alright, so screw that. Seems like we're going to have a Disruptor second pick for the TNC side. Very interesting way to go for sure. Again, I was expecting that kind of defensive-oriented hero to come up from the TNC side, mostly because if you're going to get blinked upon by Slaughter, you typically want to have at least some sort of response. Usually that response is going to be in a defensive nature. The Glimpse and the Field is not bad. It is just not quite as good as the Embrace or a Grave, which is pretty much going to guarantee, at least versus that your hero is not going to die. The Disruptor has the advantage of being very good up against Queen of Pain, however, and very good with Slaughter for Signature Trust. So this is a little bit more of a concession to the strength of that combo coming out from Signature Trust side. TNC going to take a hit in their own strength in order to get this combo down, which I don't necessarily mind all that much. We'll see what Signature Trust want to grab right now. Again, those two heroes still in the pool and still should be considered. Dazzle with a Slaughter, perhaps looking a little bit more attractive here from the Trust side. And by the way, guys, I'm going to be going over the names in just a little bit. However, everyone who you would expect to be here is here. I'm like 90% sure, 95% sure that you know who Signature Trust are. I mean, they're all mostly tagged up. And Pan, that's the only one who isn't, and that should be Boombell. And if it's not, then I will check it afterwards. And everyone else from TNC, they're also not quite tagged up properly, but Cordia's Teehee, It's Crazy is X Lucky, and Just a Wind is Just a Wind. That should be Raven if you know him by that name instead. But Just a Wind is actually a pretty good name. I like that. It's very slick. And he played a Wind Ranger in the last game I saw him in, so that was also pretty sick. Unfortunately for us, it's not going to be happening again. Got Wind Ranger to be banned out now as Signature Trust really would have loved to get their hands on that hero. Most likely Raven's going to be playing a Quap, which he also just did work on last time I saw TNC play. Wind Ranger, Shadow Fiend, both those two minus armor payoff heroes, definitely heroes that TNC will consider banning out right now, if nothing else, to protect their Queen of Pain's mid lane as best they can. And Queen of Pain usually is going to have a good time in that mid lane regardless, but still, you don't really want to be running into those big payoff heroes who, should they get in there with the amplified damage ready on their targets, will be able to just tear everyone to shreds. And Gyrocopter Juggernaut, interestingly enough, also being banned out. And those are two other pretty big payoff heroes for the Signature Trust side. Now, granted, it's not impossible to see TNC just grab those and just run with it. But as far as heroes that you kind of want to have with the Slaughter, Juggernaut and Gyrocopter, maybe they're not on top of the list, but they're certainly near the top. They're certainly on the upper half. So TNC, I mean, again, Shadow Fiend looking like a pretty easy ban right now. Winter Wyvern for themselves, not going to be too terrible either. Aside from that, most of the big heroes are currently out of the pool. We have seen, I believe, Signature Trust run an IO. These C teams, the Chinese teams, don't really like IO, not nearly as much as some of the EU teams. And Undying is also going to be... I was also going to say that, guys. I was also going to say that. You just got to take my word for it. Undying is going to be another selection, potentially for Signature Trust. Should they want to go aggressive with like a semi-dual lane with Undying Slardar? Seen that work to great success. Especially if you're up against one of these softer carry heroes, such as an Ember Spirit, who is just not going to have a good time with the lack of HP. But Ember Spirit is the pickup here for TNC. Again, this one is a very fragile one. He has a couple of answers to magical damage, so raises Shadow Fiend. Not going to be the most useful tool at dealing with this Ember Spirit. However, the downside is that he's up against a lot of physical damage, so of course he does have to be careful. If he gets amped, he's going to die in just a matter of seconds. That being said, as far as catching up to the Ember Spirit or the Queen of Pain, really, Signature Trust don't really have much. Like, they have a crush, and that's it. You can get kills within the duration of one crush. It is very difficult, but it usually involves Shadow Fiend raise 1-2 to land. Aside from that, yeah, this Shadow Fiend is going to be at a weakness in that he will have a lot of difficulty catching up and keeping up to his targets. So for Signature Trust, their secondary support needs to be someone with a disable. It doesn't really have to be like a Lion necessarily, although Lion wouldn't be bad. They just have to make sure that whoever they grab has some form of lockdown, or that lockdown has to come from their last hero, their core carry. Not really sure who that's going to be, but you could even get a setup here, someone like a Shadow Demon here for Signature Trust. Just set up for that Dazzle combo, land the curse, and yeah, it is going to be a lot of pain. Even more amplification of the physical and I guess magical with that Soul Catcher. The options are abundant here for Signature Trust, whereas for TNC, Ancient Apparition is their pick. Pretty interesting to see this one come out. I mean, it's a soft counter to the Dazzle. Aside from that, we've seen X-Lucky play this Ancient Apparition as just an artillery cannon from the real backlines, firing off and letting his team do the hard lifting. It's going to be a little bit more heavy lifting, however, up against the Clinks. Signature Trust going to show off their 3 cores. Now again, this Clinks does have the advantage of being with a Slardar. Clinks is one of the big payoff heroes for that minus armor. And of course you got minus armor from Presence of the Dark Lord, you got Weave sometimes. You know, this Clinks is pretty well positioned within Signature Trust's draft. This is a very high damage physical draft. Great up against the Ember Spirit, great up against everyone really, but you know, everyone from TNC, not exactly what I would call super durable. That being said, again, catching up to the Ember Spirit Queen of Pain is going to be a little bit. Got to make sure that this Slardar has a decent start for a fast Blink Dagger. And that's really where you want to have someone like an Undying or a Tusk or a Spirit Breaker, who are all currently banned out. Darks are also available to go in towards that offlane with that Slardar perhaps, and you know, get the Slardar perhaps a little bit more of an edge. But for Signature, again, they needed someone with a disable, and those heroes, well, are banned out and just won't fly in this game. Yeah, Winter Wyvern to be banned out, pretty much the safest ban that TNC can make. Although I'm pretty sure for Signature, they can just grab a Lion and kind of be okay with that. It's a little bit clunky for sure, but I'm pretty sure they have enough to get through this early game stage, so the disadvantage of Lion there, the clunkiness, the awkwardness, isn't really going to be super abundant. Get your disables out.
5 seconds remaining.
Alternatively, they don't even have to go like that hard into the CC, they can just grab like a Crystal Maiden or something like that. Like, that'll actually be decent. Or Bane. Bane actually seems legit here.
10 seconds.
Yeah, but against Disruptor, Bane is kind of eh. But for the most part, seems like a solid pickup for Signature Trust.
Radiant team pick.
TNC are looking for their offlane. Clockwork still in. Sam H can also grab a Darkseer and get the combo with the Disruptor Ancient Apparition. I feel like that's a little bit careless from Signature Trust to allow that hero to get into the pool. Just safe lane the Ember Spirit, mid lane the Queen of Pain, Ancient Apparition Disruptor, you know, doing support things, and then just have a Darkseer. Darkseer going for Greaves will keep himself a little bit safer, will keep the team a little bit safer. But most importantly, we've seen TNC just destroy heroes with a Blink, Vacuum into Ancient Apparition Blast combo. But it's not going to be that, it's actually going to be the Beastmaster. Definitely very interesting. This is a little bit, it's probably equally durable, let's say. Beastmaster, definitely a difficult one to bring down. And it's going to give them that point-click roar, dealing with the Shadow Fiend, dealing with the Clinks. Yeah, it's good times, I suppose, for the Beastmaster. That being said, TNC don't really have someone like an Io who could really capitalize fully on the vision. Ember Spirit, Queen of Pain can to some extent. Not to the extent of the Io. So I feel like Darkseer probably a slightly better pickup here for TNC over the Beastmaster, especially since Signature Trust still don't have that much CC. A Surge will get everyone away to safety, almost guaranteed. Shadow Demon, in fact, will be the pick for Signature Trust, and there we go. Got the Dazzle Shadow Demon combo, got their early roam game. You set up with the bubble, you can capitalize pretty heavily with a Shadow Fiend Slaughter. You can guarantee 2 raises, you can guarantee a Crush to land. Clinks, not as much so. Just fire off some Searing Arrows, which is not bad, but, you know, it's not that great either. Here we go. This is the draft for Game 1 in the best of 5, guys, between Signature Trust and TNC. Over at D2L, well, I guess it's not them necessarily. All the people bet in there seem to think that TNC, the vast favorites, about 60-30. I guess, you know, 60-something, 30-something, since 60 plus 30 does not equal 100%. 60-something, 30-something in favor of TNC, which I think a little bit of disrespect towards Signature Trust. They definitely can. They definitely can bring it into at least a long series, and they could definitely take it in the end. These two teams, you know, they've beaten some pretty high contenders. They've beaten the MVPs. They've beaten the Mineski team, and I'm lagging. Yeah, so they definitely can go pretty deep. Well, the only question is, how deep will they go? Guys, this is going to be Game 1. Let's take a look at who's going to be playing what. On the Radiant side, TNC going to be leading out with AU. Just a Winder Raven is on the Queen of Pain. Courteous Teehee, he's on the Ember Spirit. Sam H is playing the offlane. Beastmaster and X Lucky. It's crazy. It's on the Disruptor over towards the newly teleported towards the mid lane. That one should be Boombell on the Shadow Demon. Got Abba on the Slaughter. Nagato is playing the Dazzle with Lakel's on the Clinks, and I'm missing the Shadow Fiend. Where did he go? Oh, he's all the way over here. He's hiding. It's MyPro on the Shadow Fiend. How did I not see him? He was kind of like blended into the fountain, I think. Maybe I'm blind. There's a high possibility of me being blind. There's a non-zero possibility of that. In which case, casting Dota right now, probably not what I should be doing. I should probably be going to a doctor or some sort of eye specialist. Optometrist? Is that an eye specialist? I'm actually not sure. I could actually look that up because I'm kind of curious. Type. Optometrists near you. Oh yeah, they do something with eyes. They do something with eyes. I'm close enough. But anyway, this Beastmaster pick definitely a very interesting one. TNC want to be playing a little bit more of a tempo game. Again, they kind of want this Ancient Apparition to be pretty much out of the game. They want him to be, you know, just sitting in the jungle as much as possible, getting the experience, maybe grab a fast hand of Midas. It is very, very dangerous to be an Ancient Apparition in that playstyle up against the Clinks. Since if you get jumped, literally 3-shot dead, which kind of sucks. There's not much you could do about that except for not get jumped in the first place. But still, keeping the Beastmaster with tempo on the Queen of Pain, you can rotate around, get some pretty steady kills, and you know, hopefully buy your team a lot of space, hopefully pressure the Slaughter at the very least. Because a fast Blink Dagger and Signature Trust are just going to run away with this game. I think if there was a Darkseer, I would like TNC's draft more, but I think with the Beastmaster, not saying that that's a bad pick. I do think Beastmaster is a fantastic choice if you need the disables, and TNC really did not. So I think it is me slightly favoring Signature Trust draft, like 55-45 or 60-40 or something like that. Again, not by a huge margin, just by a little bit of a tweak. But hey, you counterbalance that with the fact that TNC are slight favorites, and I guess it all evens out to 50-50 now, doesn't it? Because that is definitely how math works. Seems like Teehee going to take the mid lane as the Ember Spirit. He's going to have a matchup versus the Shadow Fiend, and this is going to be a rough one. You would expect Shadow Fiend to pick up steam a little bit. Of course, Chilling Touch on Teehee being provided by AU doesn't exactly hurt. Now, that being said, the supports can roam in. It will be leaving Slaughter alone, but it seems like this Signature Trust, usually it's just going to be a Slaughter off lane or Slaughter +1 and then semi-aggressive lane. This is, I think, about the best lane you can get with Slaughter. Again, you bubble them, you have Abba walk in, crush them, and that in and of itself is going to be doing quite a bit of damage since you just have a whole bunch of right clicks mixed in. But on top of that, you have Shadow Wave. So you have 2 illusions, a Slaughter, and maybe a Shadow Demon. So that's 4 heal targets. What's 4 times 80, guys? That's 320 damage with a level 1 nuke, physical. And Queen of Pain has 1 armor. So that's going to do about 300 damage. yeah, on top of Crush and right clicks, that's going to be getting a kill every single time. Disruptor is exactly as tanky as the Queen of Pains, so he'll be taking the exact same amount. Actually, no, he has slightly less armor, so he's going to be taking even more. This is a dangerous combo for Signature Trust, and the beauty of this is that it's not sacrificing any lanes to really get this going. You expect SamH to have an okay time versus the Clinks, but in general, Clinks versus any melee hero, especially if it's not a Darkseer, is going to be having a great time. Just spam out those Searing Arrows. In fact, Darkseer, I want to say, is the only matchup where Clinks actually struggles in. Maybe Bloodseeker to some extent. We're not going to see a Bloodseeker today. At least, I don't think so. Is this the best of 3 or best of 5? This is a best of 5. The tickers are wrong on the upper corner. I will make sure that the admin changes that for the next game. In fact, you can probably hear me typing right now. Need best of 5 tickers for game 2C. Actually, tickers probably doesn't make any sense. It's probably like tabs. I don't know. They're probably tabs. Yeah, but Lakel's gonna have a great time versus SamH. So, Beastmasters typically are up against a lot more tougher opponents in that he's going up against 2-3 heroes at a time. In that case, Beastmaster just shit out of luck every single time. But up against just the Clinks, it is possible to have him at least get his experience. He'll be pushed out eventually as Lakel's picks up levels as he grabs the Ring of Aquila, the Soul Ring, those types of items. Soon he'll be moving more from this position into this position, where the Beastmaster is going to be forced to play all the way back here. Else he's just going to take a lot of Searing Arrow spam. Then, of course, you have this dual lane mid. AU, I don't really know how long he's going to stay here. But, yeah, for the most part, he's just here to give the Ember Spirit just a little bit of advantage, try to accelerate towards his bottle. And my pro, he is 1 soul. Some poor creep is now inside the Shadow Fiend. Must feel bad. Again, he's at a disadvantage here, most against 2 heroes. But you would expect that disadvantage to dry up very, very quickly. As eventually he's going to get raises. And in fact, he's level 2 right now. I just didn't see. He's level 2, he just hasn't leveled up raises yet. So yeah, he should be able to raise down for creeps as soon as he needs to. And it seems like we have a go. So here we go. Let's see if the TNC safe lane is actually going to get anything. Queen of Pain does have a blink out. If the crush isn't going to land perfectly, she may escape. But unfortunately for Crazy, X-Lucky, you are not as safe. So I feel like Signature Trust, they might have just won all of their lanes. I mean, they haven't won their lanes. They have the heroes to win all of their lanes. And they're all in the right places. So Signature Trust off to a pretty good start, and it is going to be up to TNC to really dislodge this. I don't really know if that's going to be coming towards the mid lane nor top. The downside of Lakel's Clinks is that he is paper, and he doesn't do that much damage with his right click, so he's going to have to Searing Arrow spam. Searing Spears is some of his Huskar, right? Got all those Searing spells. You get to spam those arrows consistently. He may run out of mana, especially if he's forced into Invis. And SamH is really bulky, so as far as charging the Clinks, it is possible for him to do that. Take a slightly better damage trade. Of course, this is only going to happen before Lakel's gets like level 5. Once that's up, the Searing Arrows just do way too much damage. And the Beastmaster can't even try to damage race with the Clinks. As tanky as the Beastmaster is. Oh, bubble down towards bottom lane. Crush is going to be here. It's going to land perfectly. You bet it will. Heal Bomb. That's going to kill. Just a Wind was at like half HP there. And that is just how much damage this combo does. Of course, you have an additional 20% amplification there up towards mid lane. Now, my pro, he's going to get jumps. Cold Feet going to proc Teehee. Couple more slashes. Not quite going to do it. Tower shots now. Being returned to the Ember Spirit. One long. Oh, no mana on the Shadow Fiend. He still doesn't have his bottle yet, actually. But this is going to be a very close call for the SF. Forcing a TP out from the Dazzle. For TNC, it cost them a salve. Cost them a little bit of HP. But it's definitely worth it to make that play. Bottom lane, though. This is a lot of damage. The Shadow Demon doesn't have to get any more levels. He's already set. Dazzle would like more levels so he can get Grave and get more points in Shadow Wave. Which usually just, like, you know, heals increase by 20. Who cares? But when you have this many units, heals going to increase by a hell of a lot more. Crush this time is going to miss. Raven's narrowly going to edge and escape there. But again, this is a very, very dangerous scenario down in this bottom lane for the TNC side. There's not really that much they can do about it. Having the Ancient Apparition here is not going to save you. Usually, Ancient Apparition in the 3v3 lane is really happy. Just land Chilling Touch and you'll be able to win those fights. But up against such a bursty tri-lane, like, we saw how fast the Queen of Pain died. She died to just one spell combo. No right clicks involved, really. Yeah, you won't really have much of a chance to actually right click that much. You'll be able to return fire to some extent, but that is going to be a very, very limited extent at that. So we are going to, I expect, see the lanes from Signature Trust start to pull ahead in the near future. Mid lane is going surprisingly well for this Ember Spirits, and top lane actually going a lot better for Sam H than I would expect. But still, my pro. He's feeling comfortable, may not expect this wraparound. It's a disruptor only, however. That's not going to do it. Especially when Teehee has like no HP. That doesn't exactly help. He's going to chug his bottle charges right now, and he'll get a 4-minute respawn. 4-minute rune spawn. But now it's Crazy stuck in the pit with the Shadow Demon coming from the south. This is really bad. They have to bring down Nagato right now. Dazzle is going to take a lot of damage right now. Will get bubbled, and he will get graved. However, they land a crush into Crazy, who gets a glimpse back into the slaughter. Nagato looking to fall right now, but it looks like he won't. He's going to kill off Crazy first. Shadow Strike damage is going to kill him off in the end, I suppose. But it's going to be by his friendly's hand. And the Shadow Demon denying his Dazzle buddy. Again, you really don't want to be using your Disruption defensively in this particular laning setup. But you got to do what you got to do. Kind of layered it with the Grave, and that could have been a pretty decent turnaround for a kill there for Signature Trust. But far, far, far from the end of the world. Ugh, my coffee tastes weird. I think it's because I just brushed my teeth beforehand. Ugh. Who put toothpaste in my coffee, guys? Who did that? You guys suck. Right away, TNC, Beastmaster. He is level 6 now, so getting a kill on Lakells is possible, though difficult. A little bit easier with just a little bit of help from one other hero. Just a Thunderstrike, just a couple right clicks, all really they need in addition. Lakells, though, if he packs up first, he will live. They're going to try this, roar into right clicks, but again, even with the dust, I don't think they have quite enough damage. Boar's slow will really cripple him. Here comes the Dazzle, has a Grave, and he will use it, but Lakells isn't going anywhere with the double Boar slow, especially with the Glimpse right back into the piggies. He's going to try to go for Crazy, doing a little bit of damage, but not quite enough. That was a good testing phase there for TNC. Again, Beastmaster is going to get experience in this lane. Level 6 versus the level 6 of the Clinks. And that was even going to kill for that Clinks after he just ate a big creep. What was that creep anyway? Looks like it was one of the biggest ones, the Hellbears. So yeah, he was up to 1,000 HP, and yet even with that, they're able to roar him down and bring him down. Of course, double Boar, that's a lot of extra damage being level 4 Boars. They do like 50 a pop, 60 a pop, something like that. 45 a pop, something around those lines. And of course, the dust is also going to slow you down. Not by a ton, but you know, get 20% slow here, you get 30, 40% slow here. And suddenly Clinks isn't moving, even though Skeleton Walk usually does kind of counterbalance the dust. Level 1 Skeleton Walk isn't quite going to do that. So Clinks definitely does have to be careful, but the most fearful thing is that for Sam H, he is going to go straight for a Necro Book. Which is, I guess, a soft counter to the Clinks as far as the true sight is concerned. But as far as solo killing heroes, he can solo kill absolutely anyone in a 1 versus 1 basis. And 2v1 with the Grave involved is not going to happen. Lakel's going to try to go for AU. 2 arrows to fly, that's about it. Kind of a bland gank there from the Clinks. Bottom lane, Crazy is going to teleport in to ward up right next to the Shadow Demon. No secrets here, just a win. Scream Dagger is there. Shadow Demon can take a lot of damage over time. I don't think that's quite going to be lethal damage, although it is going to definitely add up. Abba is going to sprint in, force everyone to back off, but there's a very easy damage combo there from the TNC side. In the meantime, we got Teehee clearing out triple stack. Oh, baby, a triple. Although, don't die here, dude. That's embarrassing. Oh! People are dying in the meantime while I'm facepalming. We got the Boar trying to go for Anpan right now. Sam H does have a Roar and Axes. That will get the kill on the Shadow Demon. Now he's going to run to the north. Again, there's no CC here for the side. So killing off Ember Spirit, Queen of Pain should be very difficult. I guess running Beastmaster not that much easier. He's just going to straight teleport out. And it is going to be a supposed gank on the Beastmaster. Kind of going awry there. Sam H is going to be running this game, I feel. In just 1,000 gold, he'll have his Necro Book. And level 1 Necro Book, everyone's like, oh, it's not as good as level 3 Necro Book. But it's a hell of a lot better than level 0 Necro Book, let me tell you. And the Necro Books actually scale linearly. Like, oh, jump in towards mid. My Pro's gonna dodge, for the most part, the jumps. But now he's right on top of AU, looking for a couple raises perhaps, although you know he already used the raises, except for the long one, which he's actually going to chain out of. Abba's going to land the crush into QWERTY. There's no amplified damage just yet. Slaughter is almost level 6, but that means he's not level 6. Hawk is overhead. Does QWERTY have another jump in? He does, waiting for the Searing Chains, man. Lakelz, though, is here. They're going to open up onto the Ember Spirit. He can't get out of there with the crush. Ember Spirit's going to chase a little bit too far. Did not expect a Clinks to be there as well. But Clinks, I guess, is also not going to expect Sam H to be here. They're going to really be slow on that roar. He had to check mana first, but there's a Soul Ring Invis here for Lakelz. So he can get Invis. Also, he is, you know, with the Shadow Demon, so he should be fine. Kind of a weird hesitant play there from Sam H, but, yeah, the roar was used anyway. Not a super high cooldown on that one. It's going to be up in just a minute. Quite literally, just a minute. So again, Sam H is going to be running the show. Ember Spirit dying there is actually pretty big. QWERTY, it looks like he's going to go for drums afterwards. But still, like, you want to get travels, you want to get Battle Fury, drums. Ember Spirit is such a starved hero for gold that you really can't afford to give any away. Granted, you don't, like, lose any to enemy heroes. You just lose some because you die. MyPro, he's going to be stalked by the Hawk. Problem with this is that they have no roar. If they did, they could easily get this kill, almost solo from the Beastmaster. But they can't, so they shouldn't even try. Slardar, how much up? 1,300 gold, of course, does have that amplified damage now up. Get some payoff, additional payoff, really, with the Shadow Wave, physical damage, hit with the Amplify. But perhaps more importantly than that, Clinks and Shadow Fiend, who are already doing a hell of a lot of physical damage, are going to be doing even more. So good times there. Three to 3 right now, and for TNC, they're just gonna, you know, hold down the fort, get the Ember Spirits on farm. It is up to Signature Trust to grab their Blink Dagger, then be aggressive. You don't really want to sit back too long on the Signature Trust draft. The fragility of Clinks really is going to catch up to you. The ability for TNC to get those pickoffs, like a roar, is always going to be a threat, so you want to push your Blink Dagger advantage ASAP. And Abba is going to have that one pretty quickly. Oh, Lakelz looking for crazy. Thunderstrike going to shove him away, and got an Ice Blast incoming as well. It looks like it should be just an even tower trade. Top lane tier 1 to fall, bottom lane tier 1 to eventually fall. Searing Arrows level 4, it's a lot of damage. What is this, plus 60? Yeah, plus 60 on top of the 130. Of course, it's going to decrease once the pack wears out, but still, more than enough to get this tower destroyed. Abba, unfortunately, not getting the last hit. Going to be that much further away from his tower, but oh no. QWERTY sitting right on top of his Shadow Fiend, full Requiem. They need a couple raises though. No, Teehee's going to jump away. That didn't actually do as much damage as I thought it would do. I thought that would be a lot more. Gonna be honest. By the way, the Ember Spirit is going to slip away, albeit barely. And again, you can't really afford to die as an Ember Spirit, especially not after that neutral death. Adds up a little bit too much, and the hero is so starved for gold, isn't getting a ton. And always wants to be on top if you can. Just to win crazy. They're going to look for a bottom lane with a smoke gank. However, Signature Trust, they're running the opposite direction. They're just going to clean up the Blink Dagger in the jungle, it seems. If they can. You want to keep your Blink Dagger hidden for as long as possible. Mostly because so you could actually get the surprise into someone like an Ember Spirit. Ice Blast coming in. Oh, chain's slightly off the mark. Ice Blast will land. It's a little bit of annoyance there for Slardar. But if the chains land, you commit, 2 spirits in. I'm pretty sure Slardar just gets popped, even with the disruption. He'll just pop out of the disruption and get instantly shattered. I thought beer, coffee. No, I'm definitely drinking coffee, guys. It is currently 5:30 a.m. for me. So it's going to be an early morning. Again, guys, you should definitely go over to the secondary GameShow channel, where Grandis is going to be playing almost a full all-nighter. So you should definitely go over there and give him your energy, because he needs your energy. This game can wait, guys. The other one is on Game 5, IG versus FTD. So that one's going to be a deciding one. But if you're here for Signature Trust TNC, I can't blame you. Because the Blink Dagger is now up on Slaughter. He's going to blink in blind. Is he trapped there? I didn't even know you could get trapped there. I guess there's just like 3 trees. Let me see this. Yeah, there's just like 3 trees and like a table, which he apparently can't get through. Hi, I'm Slardar. I'd like to buy an item, please. That's a little bit awkward. The smoke did break, so they just made the blind blink. Good awareness there from Lucky. Didn't see anything, but realized that something was up. So it is going to be a failed gank. Signature Trust, though, still their Blink Dagger. Oh, Lakelz, though, spotted by an Observer. And a sentry. I guess the sentry is really doing the spotting, isn't it? He'll take down the ward, and looks like it's just going to be a little bit of harassment. Where's the Slardar? His Blink Dagger, again, is still hidden, I think. But if he's going to go into this, he's going to be going into a lot of physical damage. You usually want to, crush, amplify, start right-clicking, then sprint out. But sprinting out is so difficult up against these boars and the roar. Oh, the boars actually do 60 damage. What am I talking about? It was a level 3 boar when I clicked on it. Good to know that I'm not just completely off my rocker. But the Beastmaster's also got the Necro Book, so solo killing people right now, possible but difficult, very easy on the Dazzle Shadow Demon combo. Or on either of those two, rather. A little bit harder on everyone else. But once the level 3 Necro Book is up, once he gets maxed out on the Aura, gets maxed out Axes, just needs like level 10 or something like that. Or maybe level 12. Then he's going to be easily able to get those kills. We do see Signature Trust, they are smoking very aggressively. They're looking for these kills, looking to keep tempo away from the Beastmaster and the Queen of Pain's side. And look to restrict the space of this Ember Spirit. Shadow Fiend can do a lot with a lot of farm, but he could also do a lot more than an Ember Spirit with a lot less. So it is up to Signature Trust to really push their advantage right now. They're unfortunately not going to find this Queen of Pain unless we have the sickest of blind reads. Oh, here we go, Abba, I believe. Oh, okay, never mind. Ice Blast is going to come in. It's going to hit only onto MyPro. Not a big deal. This Shadow Fiend has also got a Blink Dagger. That is a very aggressive build on MyPro. But again, it's kind of the build that they want to go for if they're really looking to get in underneath TNC. At least underneath this Ember Spirit. You got to make sure that you initiate hard and fast and disengage even faster. Top lane, tier 2 to fall. Signature Trust. You have to really get working on this bottom tier 2. Where's the Ice Blast going to come from? Not that far away. And this Ancient Apparition is nowhere close to a Midas. Seems like with this army, they may shove the wave up to the high ground. Now that Lakel's is actually seriously in this push, this tower is going to fall in just a matter of seconds. How much damage can they do here? Now, they have level 2 Aura, which is not bad, have the Necro Books. And the Necro Books will not give any gold, it seems. Maybe a little bit of for 100 gold. No, it actually timed out right before the right click was going to land. That sucks. No gold being given. Just a tier 2 for tier 2 trade, but you can see already, which is with a little bit of a mini push. Just going to bring that tower down to about half HP. A Raven still has yet to do anything in this game, and for Queen of Pain, this has been a really slow one. Granted, her lane has been really bad, so this is, like, for the most part, an off-lane Queen of Pain and a safe-lane Beastmaster. At least they have the farm to reflect that. I'm pretty sure as Quap in this game, you just go for the Aghanim Scepter. Although it might not help her right now. She's going to blink to the right. Is there a blink crush? There is. It's going to connect. They don't know it connected, though. Just a win. Just be chilling. Bottling up. Here comes the ice. Oh, it didn't actually go far enough to scout the Slardar. Although Just a Win has a perfect read on where this fish is. Don't breathe, you guys. Okay, well, that was a little bit stressful, I'm sure, for the Queen of Pain. But in the meantime, while Queen of Pain is, making space, the rest of her team is actually killing off objective. That's level 2 book now up on Sam H. Level 10, so he has another point in Axes. Still no Inner Beast level 4, which is a shame, because Inner Beast with Necro units is absolutely freaking insane. But hey, it'll come up soon enough. And the Slardar's Blink rotations with this, the Blink Crush combo, so far has done, I want to say, absolutely nothing. I mean, not for his lack of trying, it's just, coincidentally, he's going to blindly blink in, try to go for Queen of Pain, gonna stun her, that's about it. Blindly trying to go for a Disruptor, not even gonna stun him. It's a rough time here for the Slardar. Never ever lucky. Because let's be honest, guys. The luck factor involved there is definitely a non-zero amount. Like, versus the Disruptor, if you blink slightly off, or if the Disruptor decides to not go quite as deep into the trees, you get the kill. Queen of Pain, if you blink right on top of her, you probably get the kill also, because there's a Shadow Fiend right there also. So again, yeah, never lucky for the Slardar. Hopefully his luck is going to turn around, because this hero is somewhat RNG based in the bash. Of course, builds nowadays are kind of built around the fact that Slardar just has Blink Crush, almost as if he doesn't have bash at all. But still, yeah, you would rather be lucky on Slardar than not. This is me dropping knowledge bombs. But the state of the game right now, it's like it is going to be slightly Signature Trust favored, but again, if the denominations are not in the thousands, then you have a tight game. The Queen of Pain not really doing that much, but you know, then again, Klink's getting not much blood on his hands. Blink Slardar, for the most part, failed. Shadow Fiend, also with the Blink Dagger, hasn't done that much. Klink's actually going to go for an Orchid. Not really the best build in the world for a Klink, so you never really want to be going for that build. That being said, they have one stun in the Crush, and that's it. So they have to get this Orchid if they want to lock down and kill off easily the Queen of Pain or Ember Spirit. Who, by the way, is going straight Battle Fury and is a Perseverance away from having that completed. Oh, shit, that's the wrong button. Oh, that was close. I almost broke something, I'm sure. There we go. Let's take a look at some of these other items. It's like we don't really have that much. Hand of Midas status, not really anywhere close. Blink Daggers galore. A lot of teams with a lot of goals, but no team working with any real items just yet, except for Sam H. Again, Necro Book, level 2, 60 minutes in, is an absolutely devastating force. If he runs into a Klinks right now, if the Klinks is like, doopy-doopy-doo, oh no, Roar, Klinks is just dead, like, so easily. Mikelorus, did you know that Black killed 61 people across North America since 1900? I'm actually surprised that number isn't higher. Like, 100 years worth of black bears? And North Americans are fucking stupid and sometimes drunk. Most of the time, both at the same time. So yeah, I'm actually surprised that number isn't in the hundreds, if not even low thousands. Of course, we're getting some bear facts. If you'd like to unsubscribe for bear facts, just type unsubscribe in the just text unsubscribe to the following number. Oh man, if this best of 5 is going to be like this, then we're in for a snooze fest, guys. But hey, at least I got you guys to keep me company. I could use more bear facts, though. That could definitely brighten the stream up just a little bit. Let's be honest. Who doesn't want bear facts in their lives? By the way, guys, this is going to be one of the 2 supposedly concurrent best of 5s. Newbie versus DK is going to be going on the second Azubu channel. Again, if you're on the Azubu website, just add _2 to the end of your URL and you'll get there. Right now it's IG versus FTD, since apparently game 2 was an absolute shit fest of a game. Lasted like 100-something minutes. That's definitely not what you want to be seeing if you're pulling an all-nighter with 2 best of 5s in a row. But, you know, yeah, it is going to be it's going to be a long day. And after this one, hopefully if it ends somewhat on time, we got a best of 5 between London Conspiracy and 4 Clovers to decide who's going to be going into the LAN finals from the European region. So that one should be fun. That one should be very interesting. I'm not sure who people are liking there. I want to say people are going to go onto the 4 Clovers train just because it's a little bit more recognizable of a name. They see them more often than London Conspiracy. But that is a little bit deceptive. Let's see. Yeah, it's looking like that, 60-40. I think that's fair enough. London Conspiracy, though, definitely making good use of the fact that they are not really everywhere in the tournament. Say, here we go, we're actually going to have a game. The more you can hide your strats, then the people who actually watch them very religiously or very faithfully, let's say, not religiously. We'll go with faith. Yeah, they have a little bit of a better idea of the potential of that team. Which is high. Maybe not quite as high as 4 Clovers, but who knows. In the meantime, Sam H, he's threatening with the Roar right now. There are many heroes up in this top lane. But again, while this Beastmaster is poking and prodding and distracting, really, just to win, shoving this bottom lane, is going to be screaming the wave down, you know, doing her best. Up against the Blinking Slaughter, doesn't want to have anything to do with that. Blink forward, amp. Not that much up towards top lane, though. Oh no, Anpan. Oh, he's going to get glimpsed back right into a Roar, I feel. Boom, there it is. And with so many units here, Shouting is going to get swarmed and dropped. The classic zoo build for the Beastmaster. Gotta get all the boars. However, this time he has a little bit of a stiffer competition because Lakel's coming right around the corner. He's going to find Crazy first. They're going to drop him without any usage of Static Storm. Now they're going to try to go for Sam H. This hero is very tanky. However, he's going to run right into a Requiem. He doesn't walk the other way. In fact, I don't think there was an escape even if he did. MyPro's going to cut him off, and they will clean up 1-2 Necro units. That's 300 golds between the two of them. Not to mention 2 kills. Yeah, the Disruptor just got caught off guard. Can't really do anything about that, really. Like, once you get hit with that first Searing Arrow, you're like, well, shit, I'm just dead. You could try to Static Storm there, but it's not going to save you. It will deal a little bit of damage. It'll be an annoyance for the Clink.
Never refuse gold given.
Battle Fury, though, is being purchased up by Ember Spear. TNC are doing a really good job at split pushing and just, playing the butterfly roll. Poking and prodding, not really getting too overcommitted, getting a kill here and there. And up towards top lane, this scenario is exactly what they want to avoid. But for the most part, they're buying themselves quite a bit of space. And oh my god, Lekels, please fix your shit. Mikelorus, can you shout out to all those Pinoys watching this game? Shout out to all the Americans watching this game. Because it's really late over here, guys. You have some real balls to be up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. to be watching Dota instead of, like, finishing up your night shift or something like that. So, salutes to you, and only you. Yes, I said it. What are you guys gonna do about it, huh? Fight me. Fight me, bro. You what, mate? God, thank you guys for coming and tuning in. With all these pauses, it's gonna be a little bit of a rough day. Although, ooh, the pause rules are in effect. 15 minutes total per team. Gotta lay down the law. Not me, because I'm not the admin. I don't have to lay down any laws. I just tell you guys that laws will be laid, if that makes any sense. There's luck in Dota? What? Yeah, dude, this is like the most RNG game since Hearthstone. Ho! Not really shots fired, since everyone already knows that. There's not really that many lucky heroes here, really. In fact, Slaughter is really the only luck-based hero at all here. And he's mostly not luck-based. Or at least he's built nowadays, so that luck is not actually going to be an influencing factor. I mean, eventually you get, maybe an Assault Cuirass or something like that. But usually it's just going to be Blink and a Force Staff and just general utility, like a Lotus up against Beastmaster. Oh man, if you return a Roar, you're feeling so good. And Beastmaster's like, what the hell happened? I thought I roared that guy, but I ended up roaring myself. The Lion's Roar. I thought that was just a myth. I didn't know it could be amplified. By the way, guys, if you haven't seen Kung Fu Hustle, you're doing yourself and everyone on this planet a disservice. So stop whatever you're doing right now. Pause this game because nothing's happening. Go over to the other stream. Show Grandis some support. And also go get Kung Fu Hustle. I think it's actually on Netflix. So do that. Watch that. When you come back, we'll still be paused. And then you can tell me all about it. And you will know that it's going to be the best movie of all time. Actually, one of my favorites. Shaolin Soccer is not bad either. That one's also on Netflix. Although I don't think it's really the official version. It's kind of weird. It has different music or something like that. And these are the things that I talk about when the game state is pretty much the exact same with no change because we've been paused for like 10 minutes. But yeah, you definitely want to watch that movie. You definitely want to watch it with subtitles. Because if you've ever been on the internet ever with weebs, you will know that dubs, you don't want to do dubs. You want to do subs all the time. The only time you want to do dubs, actually, is if you're watching MXC, the Most Extreme Elimination Challenge, which you guys should also pause your playing of Kung Fu Hustle and go watch that. It's an old TV show. It's the funniest thing in the world. It's like all those, like, oh, do you want to be a real ninja things shows, except it's better. It's good in every single way. It's hilarious also. Right you are, Ken. Oh, this berserk chance. Poor guy. Eul Scepter first and the Queen of Pain, actually. It's going to be, again, this utility-ish base roll for the Quap. Can be the Euls, can be that Aghanim Scepter, which can be for split pushing reasons. You know, Sonic Waving and then blinking away. The Eul Scepter doesn't really do that much as far as purging herself of anything. It does get rid of the amplified damage, but you really don't want to be doing that, because then you'll just land into a Slaughter again, and then you're just dead. So this is pretty much just to use the Slaughter, use the Clinks, and then try to make an escape afterwards. And looks like we're going to be back in. I don't know for how long, guys. Signature Trust, I guess if they had 4v5, then yeah, winning this game is going to be a little bit difficult. Even though they are in a decent position right now. Still yet to see the Blink Crush really do some work, but it seems like it'll be used finally for Roche. Bring it, bitch. Got amplified damage, and Lakel's right behind me. And my pro. Everyone and their mom is going to jump into the Roche pit, and this is going to dry up in a matter of seconds. No Ice Blast being deployed just yet here from AU, and oh no, it actually is. So they'll see it, but it's a little bit too late. Blammy. Roshan claimed now Signature Trust with the power of the Shadow Fiend, who isn't really going to be doing that much damage. No Sanjin Yash at this time, just go straight Blink Dagger BKB. But they have definitely enough, especially with this Clink Searing Arrows. They can definitely walk into every single tower, especially this top lane, and grab that one. Shove this wave back out and prevent the Beastmaster and the Ember Sphere from split pushing, as they have been doing for the vast majority of this game. Yeah, it is going to be, again, up to Signature Trust to play this aggressive style. Especially going for this Blink Dagger first and Shadow Fiend. Now, if you went for Sanjin Yasha first, or if you went for like a Shadow Blade or something like that, you'd have a little bit more easy scaling into the later stages. A little bit. But going for BKB straight after, this is the most aggressive build that Shadow Fiend wants to go for. Signature Trust really want to be going about a timing like that's right now, and trying to bust up high ground. Yes, high ground, not tier 2s. Of course, that would be a lot easier should the Slaughter's Blink ganks have worked out. And unfortunately, that's not necessarily the case. But it's never too late to get a Blink gank, Abba. It's never too late if you believe in yourself. And believe in your friends, because the power of friendship wins Dota games. You know, people say people got, outdrafted or outplayed, but no, it's really this team had more friendship than the other ones. Again, this is important knowledge that you guys have to know if you're going to play Dota. The better friends you are, the higher chance you have of winning. TNC in the meantime, it's the matter of how much can we split push? How much can we delay this push that's upcoming this top lane? Defending this tier 1 tower probably not going to happen. Not even worth for TNC to make a defense there. Although with Ice Blast and Sonic Wave, they might get a cheese kill on someone like a Dazzle or a Shadow Demon. Or at least you'll, pressure them a hell of a lot, make them a little bit awkward. But for right now, Signature Trust can abandon the top lane, smoke up for mid. Now, TNC are not going to see this one coming. Blink Crush is incoming. There it is. Couple more right clicks afterwards. Queen of Pain's going to die within the duration of one single crush. And again, that really does have to be the name of the game if they're going to deal with the squab. Although I guess at this point they do have the Orchid. Nice kill for the Signature Trust side. They're going to lose, however, their bottom lane tier 1 for it. And Inner Beast, still level 2, is going to apply a lot of extra pressure down this bottom lane. Your Necro units are scary enough. Add, 30 at level 2 attack speed? I want to say that's not the Beastmaster. 35 bonus attack speed at level 2, level 3 now. Yeah, this tower is going to take a lot of deeps. Look at it drop. And they get it denied. They'll get a crush into everyone, but there's so many units here. I think the Beastmaster's got this. No, the Dazzle's going to grab it. Everyone else in the meantime is just going to teleport away. It looks like the bottom lane tier 2 will be denied, but at the same time, Teehee should be able to clean out this top tier 1. The tower denies across the board. Signature Trust not getting the greatest edge in that one. Especially since now looking for QWERTY not really going to happen without the Cloudar. Ideally both, really, but you can't really always have that happen now, can you? Gels does have his DD rune, and he does have his Orchid, but we haven't yet seen him use it. He's going to go pretty deep. He can actually, two-shot some heroes right now, especially this poor Disruptor. Queen of Pain might take a third shot. Lakel's, though, going to find just a wind. Is going to pop the Skeleton Walk, and you can't see the Skeleton Walk poof of smoke, whatever that's called, that fade time or whatever, even if he is invis. So TNC will just deploy a Sentry Ward, keep themselves safe. Let's jump my pro, at least for a little bit of damage. Cold Feet, Searing Chains, that is going to lock him down. And here comes the Ice Blast. My pro is going to get hit with the Chill Effect. But still, he's taking a lot of free damage here. TNC investing absolutely nothing to put that damage onto the SF. Yeah, they do have the Dazzle, but they have to wait till the Frostbite wears off. Kells, though, he's going to be the one trying to go for this tower. Looks like runs out of Glimpse range. Disruptor only actually level 6. Not yet with level 3 Glimpse. Feels bad. Level 4 Glimpse, though. Feels bad, man. Yeah, level 4 Glimpse probably would have gotten that kill on the Klings. Or at least would have started a fight for TNC. Instead, they're going to disperse, and that's not the best move, because Signature Trust, they're not done yet. Fish is sprinting inwards. Gets caught by the boar. Sam H scams a straight TP out, and Naba can't blink because of the boar. See him just a little bit too late, and they see the Ember Spirit leave. At least I'm pretty sure they see the Ember Spirit leave. So TNC, they're just trying to stall up Signature Trust as much as possible. Sig Trust can just straight push these towers if they want to, though. Just deploy the Clinks there, put the Shadow Fiend on it. It's kind of a shame that they didn't give the Aegis to the Clinks. Like, the Shadow Fiend is a little bit, he wants to be in the thick of things, Clinks really doesn't. It kind of makes more sense, but for this style where you're going to be slow sieging, you really want your Clinks, who's the high damage dealer towards the towers, to have that double life. So should he get initiated upon, he's just going to shrug that all off. He's going to shake it off. Because haters are going to hate. And speaking of haters, TNC, they're like, yo, guys, stop pushing our shit. We're done with it. We've had enough. They're going to smoke up, see the slaughter right now. Can they glimpse him back? Yes, they will. Into a field. Abba's going to slip out of there, however. They have a Blink Scream, and they have a Roar. All in for the slaughter, and they will get him eventually. Sonic Wave also connecting onto the Shadow Demon. Requiem right in the middle. They'll pick off the Disruptor in the meantime, but it's a 2-for-1 trade. A great trade for TNC if they can disengage or take a favorable fight from here on out, as MyPro has used already his BKB charge. Sam H already has used his Roar. Blink Scream from just a win. He's overcommitted himself, but there they're walking right into a funnel against the Razes. Force Staff forward onto MyPro. Will Yule's up Queen of Pain, or will Yule's up herself, and she will be fine. Gotta watch out for this last will damage from this Necrofiend. Almost gonna straight up kill Nagato. Querity's gonna teleport out. He'll be fine. But it looks like that should just about be it. Again, that's 400 pure damage. And that's half of Tassel's health pool, so there's that. Gotta watch out about who kills off that Necro unit. At least I think it's 400. It might be 500. I'm like 90% sure that it's 400 damage. It's a hell of a lot, that's for sure. And TNC, they get away with the 2-for-1. It does cost them a support, but Disruptor, we salute you. Hanamitis now up on the Ancient Apparition, and TNC showing their pick-off power. Again, that did take a very long time, also because the field missed. But if you get a level 4 glimpse, then the field will not miss. Which you would think is kind of non-intuitive, but you have a little more time to put up your field because they take like longer to glimpse back. They're not necessarily longer, they're just like, that you could wait to cast it for longer. Put up the field first, then cast the glimpse, because they're still going to be in range. So there's a good hold here for TNC. And for Sig Trust, they still do have... No, they don't actually have the Aegis. Looks like that was reclaimed. Well, reclaimed quite a while ago, actually. So not able to get that much with that Aegis. A little bit of damage here and there, like most of the tier 2 tower, but most of the tower still means that it's alive now. Beastmaster, well, he's waiting for a Shadow Fiend. Now, it is possible that they get this kill, especially with an Ice Blast coming in. Roar, here it comes, Ice Blast as well as a Sonic Wave. Sam H is going to lay into MyPro. BKB is not going to help you here, although he's going to cast it anyway. Abba's right around the corner. He's going to Blink Crush, but that's also not a great idea. He's going to get glimpsed back. Everyone else is just going to leave. Oh no, Sam H will not. He's amped up, and he's going to stay. In the meantime, up towards the top lane. Oh, looks like Queen of Pain got jumped by like hells. Yule Scepter not available for her. And Clinks will be able to get that kill and be on his way. A 1-for-1 trade, but a 1-for-1 trade that TNC are going to be kind of happy making. Queen of Pain for their draft is not really the super important hero. Right now, it's the Ember Spirit and the Beastmaster, who they have to keep alive. Whereas conversely, the Shadow Fiend is right up there for Signature Trust as far as important heroes to preserve. It's a very easy pick off. The Beastmaster pick off power, guys, is no joke. Like I always say, oh, you can solo kill people with Necrobuck. I'm not kidding when I say that. Oh, Qwerty, what are you doing, bro? Gotta get out of there. He'll jump into the high ground, TP out. Oh, luckily for him, the crush is a little bit too far. Whew. All planned from Teehee. All planned, baby. This is gonna go for the Manta style next. Gotta get rid of that Orchid. That's pretty much the only reason he's going for it. I guess it also does technically get rid of amplified damage, but that's not really a big deal. I mean, it is a kind of big deal sometimes, but he's going to save it for the most part for that Orchid. And bottom line, it gives him some agility as well. Stats. A little bit of armor here and there. Usually don't see a Butterfly or any sort of plate mail item on Ember Spirit, because those items don't really give him a lot of plus damage. I mean, the Butterfly gives you a lot of plus DPS, but as far as plus damage is concerned, I mean, 60 isn't bad. It's no Daedalus, let's just say. And 60 is like about what Battle Fury gives, so, whatever. If you want 60 damage, you go for Battle Fury. Evasion, agility, doesn't really usually do that much for you. Lakel's, however, is hunting. He's got a little bit of help behind him in the Dazzle, but that's about it. It just seems like Signature Trust right now are just getting outmaneuvered. Like, they're trying to go for these picks, and they're getting a couple, but for the most part, whenever they get a pick, it's in trade. Not always even a good trade for them. So it's like, yeah, congratulations, you got the pick, but then you lose my pro. And it's like, well, shit, your pick off in the disruptor not looking too great now, is it? For TNC, they're slowly stalling out this game. Still, they're not really far ahead with this, but this is going to get this Ember Spirit a lot of times just get nuts out of control. It's going to decrease the effectiveness of the Slaughter as an initiator as this game progresses, and if Beastmaster can keep getting these pickoffs, he'll be golden. Invis Rune on the Ember Spirit's going to scout out absolutely everything. They should know more or less where he is. Actually doing something about this, probably not going to happen. Meantime, shoved lane up towards top. I was going to arrive. Oh, don't kill that off. Okay, yeah, he'll just let the tower do it. Towers are resistant to pure damage, turns out. Bottom lane, QWERTY. Still sticking around, but up towards top lane. Oh, Roar and Ice Blast. Is that enough? No. With the Grave, he'll still take damage. And it seems like he'll live. Glimmered, woven up. Everything in the book. Live. He'll live. Ugh, gotta ban these bots by hand, guys. Sorry. Oh, AU, that's not where you want to go. Poor Ancient Apparition. Surprise. Went into the wrong neighborhood. Clinks is gonna get pretty much a silver platter kill. So this Ancient Apparition, he's level 11 with Hand of Midas ticking, and oh, Nagato over towards top lane in a little bit of trouble perhaps. Roar isn't quite up yet. He'll dodge the axes. You're saying I could dodge axes? I'm saying that when you're done, you won't have to. In the meantime though, the Sig Trust side gonna jump in, clear out Roshan. Nagato though gonna get dove deep. Oh, the Boombell shout him in a little more trouble, however. Got caught with his own bubble. They're gonna silence Sam H, but he blinks straight away. In fact, everyone's gonna blink out straight away. They have no more Sonic Wave. Soon the Sonic Wave will be Aghanimed. But for TNC, now it's back to that, kind of cut your losses, start split pushing kind of plan. It's gonna start down towards bottom. Already we see Teal pushing out that mid lane. Sam H, he has a TP. I don't really know why he's not. Oh, Lakel's gonna jump onto QWERTY right now. Orchid, there's not enough damage here. That's what happens when you go for an Orchid and not a Desolator. Oh, QWERTY's gonna jump up towards top with no travels. Did they see him? Seems like no. He's gonna be fine to wait and then teleport out. Yeah, for Sinister Trust, they really do need to make some sort of play here with this Aegis. Their first Aegis was almost a complete failure. They ended up taking down tier 2, but even then, that was denied. At least another tier 2 off of this one. It is possible for the Clinks and the Shadow Fiend to transition into more of a DPS dealing role. A little bit harder for them. It's going to be a lot of wasted gold in that like early Blink Dagger, early BKB, which so far hasn't really paid off dividends. For TNC, Aghanim Scepter is coming up on both the Queen of Pain and Ancient Apparition. You know, of course, Queen of Pain a little bit sooner than the AA, but it is coming up, and that's the important thing. Oh, don't walk in there. I told you not to walk in there, bro. I told you. QWERTY, Mad Style up. He's going to go grab the Ultimate Orb. Being stalked by Lakel's. In fact, Lakel's going pretty deep for this. He's going to walk right over a sentry, so they kind of know where he is. I'm pretty sure they know where he is, guys. Now, they have a good idea of where everyone is. This Observer going to get so much value. Even the Invis Slardar, like, they're just going to keep going up towards top lane. They're like, okay, Clinks, you want to pop us? We will just go ahead and kill you. Got Mad Style as a response to the Orchid on the Ember Spirit, so he has a clean jump away. And it looks like Beastmaster is already gone. And there goes the Ember Spirit as well. Just rat all day long. You know, I'm pretty sure Dota's the only game where like this type of strategy is called ratting. I'm pretty sure if you go into any other game and then say, oh, look at those rats, they'll just be like, wow, why are you calling them rats? That's kind of mean. But in this one, it's like, no, they're ratting. It's a strategy. It's a legit tactic, guys. Lakel's, he's looking for QWERTY. He's not going to find him. Oh, peace. Yeah, with no Orchid, you definitely can't get that kill. And Orchid, like, only gets you, like, one arrow shot. He's going to run right to my pro. That's not what the Ember Spirit wants to see, although we'll chain him down. Ice Blast? Not yet. In fact, he's joined Sam H, and they're looking for someone. Ice Blast is going to go towards mid. Dodge it. Pikachu, dodge it. Not going to happen. Isn't that some bullshit how in the anime you dodge that attack? It's like, wait, do you just do that? Shit, usually in the game I gotta wait my turn to attack. Oh, Requiem combo onto the Ember Spirit? No. Did he actually commit the Requiem? Yes, he did. Not a super long cooldown, so it's not the end of the world. Very cute from Signature Trust, but you have to be absolutely pinpoint perfect with your timing. Again, there is a small opening where you can land that combo, and it probably will kill because you're soul captured as well. Level 4 at that. But your timing window is so narrow that it's probably not even worth trying. Split push, race is on. Blink roar onto Nagato right now. No grave for the Dazzle. He's just gonna get chopped out immediately. Blink crush. Gonna land onto 2, however. Amplify damage onto Sam H. Ice Blast is coming in. Gonna land squarely into the Slaughter with the Boar Slow and the Sonic Wave. That'll be the death of the fish. He's gonna straight buy out right now, but TNC, they can just fall back happy with that win. Or they can just sit here and just go to town in these buildings. No, they're gonna keep ratting. Get a couple pickoffs. Teleport out with everyone else. Peace. And for Signature Trust, yeah, this Slaughter are not exactly super tanky versus what the TNC side have. The Boar is doing a hell of a lot in this game. Just giving that Slaughter away from that, like, you know, near max movement speed with a sprint. See, 500 movement speed. Almost max. Not quite there. We're going to be more about at, like, you know, 400, low 400s if you're hit with the Boar. It's still pretty quick, but it's just not as fast as Slaughter really needs to be to get out of there. TNC, they get a little bit of extra free damage in this tower, down to 500 something. Top lane tower, pretty much the exact same. And that's nice for TNC and everything, but really the most crucial aspect of that is the fact that Signature Trust are not pushing in the meantime. Like, this damage on the tower, it's like irrelevant. What matters is that TNC are actually getting to the tower. That matters. Clinks, though, he's going to look for potentially this Beastmaster with Abba, and he's going to look now for QWERTY. Teehee, though, does have Just a Wind Raven right behind him. This Queen of Pain has the Aghanims, has the Plate Mail. Should be a Shiva's Guard coming up next. Ooh, they have a gem spotted on the Clinks. And obviously killing him off is going to be pretty nice. They're going to try to jump the Queen of Pain, but she has a Plate Mail. This is never going to happen. Yeah, at least not with just Slaughter. Maybe if Clinks is there with the Orchid, they get that. If you wait till she uses herself and then you Orchid her afterwards, then she dies. Probably. No other way I see that going down, though. Sam H with the ninja tactics. Right you are, Ken. Not really sure what he's doing up here, but again, it's just all about that rat. All about that rat. All about that rat.
The rune of illusion.
This is what I do in these, like, really boring split push games. I make horrible references. In fact, I don't even know if that was good enough to even be called a reference. That was just disgusting. I apologize, guys. I'm sorry. That was just bad. Another smoke up here for TNC. So far, the Aegis has done jack all for them. Has since been reclaimed. And in this type of game state, Signature Trust really need to shake things up if they're going to win. Like, yeah, they're still doing kind of okay, but they're starting to fall behind on the Slardar. And Shadow Fiend Clink's still doing pretty well, but we can see the state of the game is slowly but surely approaching more into the TNC's favor than Sig Trust. So as long as TNC keep playing in this playstyle, and as long as Sig Trust can't catch off the enemies, they'll be good to go. Teehee is going to put the Flame Guard. He may get jumped here by Lakels, but again, Manta Style should keep him safe every single time. Or a jump out, that'll keep him even safer. And while the Clinks is doing that, Beastmaster's doing this. Signature Trust really need to find someone. Like, they've been trying their darndest. But the Slaughter's Blink Crushes haven't landed with Lakels. That's really what they have to have happen. And maybe at this angle it's actually going to work. But, like, there's no one here. Like, Sam H is very well hidden. His creeps are just pushing the tower. Nagato's going to arrive right into an Ice Blast, and he's going to die to this. Necro units are not actually focusing him. They should have done that to get the kill. They could have killed off the Dazzle there, if the Beastmaster was not super intent on killing off the tower. How to catch a rat, guys. Pretty sure it involves, like, peanut butter and a bucket or something. Rats like peanut butter, apparently. I've never done it myself. That's what I hear. Of course, they... You know, cheese is like the cartoon answer. I'm not actually sure if that works, but it seems like Sig Trust need to do something different. Like, they've tried smokes, they've tried just wandering around. Maybe they just have to try to set up an elaborate bait, like knowing that the enemy team is going to be pushing up high ground, just like chill right here with a couple heroes and then just jump them. Or just straight, hey, you guys can go ahead and push. We'll push faster because we have a Clinks and a Shadow Fiend. I'm not even sure if that strategy is going to work, because Sam H is level 4 Aura and Necro units. He pushes really quickly. I'm not quite sure if he's faster than a Clinks, but it's definitely comparable. I don't think items... There are no items that'll really help Sig Trust here. At least not find these pickoffs. A sheep stick on Clinks will. That, I think, is probably the best item he can get right now. We'll see if he wants to go for that. In the meantime, Ice Blast is coming in. Is it agged yet? Oh, yeah, you bet it is. Oh, this is going to hurt a lot. Oh, yeah, the pain. Now, unfortunately for Sig Trust, there's no one nearby, so it's just going to be painful, not deadly. Nice Shadow Wave, bro. Did nothing. Top lane, tier 3, under some fire. Quirdy's attacking very quickly. Lakel's has arrived to do nothing but watch his tower die. So tier 3 for Roshan, is that even worth it? How do we catch these rats? How do you kill that which has no life? This game is like the most frustrating, grindy game for Sig Trust. Like, this is the type of gameplay style you'd expect to be going up against with like a Tinker, or like a Lycan, or a Nature's Prophet. Not a Beastmaster and an Ember Spirit. These heroes typically tend to be a little more direct. With their mobility and with Sig Trust's lack of catch, TNC can get away with this. Again, the only threat that they have is this Blinking Slaughter. Quirdy's like, oh no, I'm jumped. I'm just gonna Manta Style, farm the creep wave, and then leave. Peace. I wonder how much Signature Trust would give to have a Clockwork on their side. Then they could actually get these kills. Also to have MyPro not get ganked here. He's going to get spotted out. Oh, Glimpse is available. They'll bring him right back into some chains. No, he's going to BKB it out, actually. Now, that is going to be the 8-second BKB charge. Of course, they would rather like to pick off the Shadow Fiend. But getting his BKB for free with just a Glimpse? Yeah, I mean, that's just as good. Maybe not just as good. That's almost as good. Since now Shadow Fiend's going to be like, guys, I may have the Aegis. I'm not really equal pushing. So if we wait for a minute, and Sig Trust probably like, okay, sure, let's wait for a minute. And in that minute, TNC are split pushing. They're getting closer into this, closer into an advantage. The experience earned is still in Sig Trust's favor, but they're starting to lose objectives here. This better be a sheep stick for Clinks. Anything else is not going to fly. Like, let's go kill off Quirdy. Nope, Teehee's gone. In Vietnam, we just use cats. I guess that's one way of catching a rat. Just get their natural predator. That's actually really hilarious. Unfortunately, that's not really an option here in the US. I guess it is. You just adopt a cat if you have a rat problem. I don't think I've ever heard of someone doing that because it's a lot more trouble than it's worth. That's actually a good one, though. I like that. This game is such a low action game. I was honestly expecting a little bit more from these two teams as far as action is concerned. I guess, like, to be fair, Signature Trust, they're trying to fight. They're trying really hard. They have a Blinked Iron Shadow Demon now. That'll certainly help. But they're just not able to actually find anyone. It's like the ugliest game of whack-a-mole of all time. Where your hammer is, like, really small. And the moles can turn around and kill you. Would you play that in a carnival? I certainly would not. Like, wait, those are real deadly moles with rabies? I ain't gonna pay $5 for that shit. No. What are you crazy? Carnies are fucking out of control. Ice balls of fire. Boom. Poor range creep never saw it coming. Sig Trust have about a minute and a half, a minute-ish of their Aegis. And it so far seems like this third Aegis, much like the first and second, will do absolutely jack all for Sig Trust. Oh, they have a chance though. Top lane. TNC are playing a very delicate game with the split push style. If they get caught out, they may just die. They need to blink Crush right about now. Sam H is spotted out. The Amplify damage is going to pop his Necro units and try to run away, but that's not going to happen versus the Sprint and the Crush. Sam H is going to have to turn around and roar. He'll fight to the death, but he will fall for sure. That's a pickoff. Oh, Boars and Necro units almost going to kill off the Courier. Yes, kind of nice, but not really the biggest deal in the world. But now Sig Trust, they get their pick off. They have to push. They have to push really hard and a lot faster than they are right now. because this bottom lane scenario is going to be pushed out. Mid lane should be going slightly towards the Dire base, just slightly. So yeah, the pickoff is nice, but it's going to be essentially nullified in 35 seconds. At a certain point, Sig Trust are just going to straight push. I feel like that should be happening soon. Maybe that's going to be after this Mikelorus picks up his sheep stick. He still has a lot of damage. Like versus the Ember Spirits, no contest. Ice Blast gonna be falling in towards this mid lane. My pro's an Aegis, he doesn't care. It's gonna be reclaimed actually. And what? You can regenerate Aegis with Frostbite? They're gonna jump in for X Lucky. They're gonna bring him down. Query's also here. Chains down to the Slaughter. Sonic Wave will clip through onto 3 heroes. And now the Ember Spirit's gonna charge forward. Nagato's gonna get picked off very soon. Glimmer Cape's gonna buy him some time. Not quite enough. Shadow Demon in the jungle. And we'll TP out from Nagato. Grave is it gonna hold? Well, Heal Scepter is there. Plus the guard still burning, even bubbled. They know that the Shadow Demon's also here. However, he will blink down to the south. They know exactly where he is. They got the little ice vortices, and they'll fire off an Ice Blast. See him. Oh no, Shadow Demon, not like this. Sliced down by QWERTY. So yeah, that's the push that was supposed to happen after the Beastmaster pickoff, and we see how well that worked. Not a great trade, 3 for 1 in favor of TNC. For Sig Trust, I'm actually very surprised that they got regen off of that Frostbite. Did I just see that wrong? Like, I might have just seen that wrong. I could have sworn that he had Frostbite on him and he was getting health from Aegis. I did not realize that was a thing. I didn't think anything could heal you during the Frostbite. Can someone confirm that to me, that that actually happened? It didn't really matter, but now it's going to be Sig Trust in defense. 5v2. And already top lane is being kind of ratted out by SamH. Going to pop his entire army. And look at these Necro units go. This Beastmaster has no damage on him. He's going to land a Roar onto MyPro right now just to keep him out of this fight. Here comes the Ice Blast, which will also land squarely onto 2 heroes. And a Sonic Wave will cut through as well. Now they're really up. They're going to try to go for QWERTY, but Lakel's not doing quite enough damage. They have the Crush. Amplify damage is there. Now they can kill off the Ember Spirit. It's a possibility, and they will finally do so. But it's going to cost them the entirety of their top lane to do it. SamH can teleport straight out. Abba with the Blink Crush, not available in time. Don't think he had the vision for it either. So yeah, Ember Spirit lost for TNC. No big whoop, guys. They're going to be happy with the fact that they drew Raxes before Signature Trust. I'm actually going to be watching that Aegis very closely on the stream. The stream is delayed, so I get to see it again. And with the Zubu, I get to like rewind it again. I'm probably not going to do that because it is not the cleanest thing to do while I'm casting. Very hard to like keep on rewinding it. But oh, X Lucky's just so screwed right now. 1, 2, 3 shots. 3 shots, 4th in the air. Sure. This tower will fall, but this top lane needs to be Raxed in balance if Sig Trust want to still keep pace in this game. Should be time to do that though. Shadow Fiend has Eye of Scotty and an Eagle Song, so he's doing quite a bit of damage and is very durable. Sonic Wave will in the Creep Wave. Ember Spirit's up in 30. He really doesn't want to use buyback for this one. SamH is pushing this bottom lane as best he can. But Ember Spirit's really the hero that they need to have alive to clear this out. One Sleight of Fist can do it. They'll Fortify up against the Strafe, and that's kind of nice. And now it looks like SamH has pulled him back. Can he get this tower? Yes. Can he get range racks? That's a bigger question. It's a possibility, but not a high one. Lakel's actually forced to use BKB? What? That's a 10-second BKB charge. Ooh, Lakel's. That is not the button he wanted to press. This does let you clear out those melee Necro warriors without taking that true last will damage, which is, I guess, kind of nice. God damn it, I missed it. I missed the Aegis. Rewind a little bit. But yeah, TNC get a tier 3 tower, then they give up a tier 2 for it. Not a big deal, guys. TNC are still in the driver's seat right now, and they're going to smoke up and run intercept onto a Slardar who is invisible. They do have dust. Oh, they're going to dust, but the Slardar immediately jumps away. Alright, let's see this. Can't see it. I didn't click on him. Whatever, I don't know. I don't care either. What I do care about is Abba getting hit with the Roar. Here comes MyPro, however. Requiem in the middle of everything. They're going to go straight towards this Queen of Pain, who's going to get focused down by the Cling. She will actually have a blink out. 20 HP, she lives. QWERTY's off to the side right now. Abba should shatter to this one. Does have a cheese, but you can't pop cheese when you're Frostbitten. You can, but it now gets silence. Mantis Style immediately gonna take that one out, and now they're onto Boom Bell. They're gonna slice him down, Axes to Fly through Nagato. MyPro in the meantime fighting up against this Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit will be forced to jump away with the Blink Crush. They'll slow this down, try to save Nagato for just a couple more seconds. And look, this Dazzle may just live. Glimpse, not available just yet. However, the chase is on. Just Wing gonna blink forward, lift up the Slardar, land him into nothing just yet. Searing Chains up right now. However, we'll lock down Nagato, kill him off Shiva's guard, and an Ice Blast, point blank range, kablammy. There will pick off the Queen of Pain, but Lakel's with the BKB is not gonna hold up against all these heroes in TNC. The Slaughter's forced to buy out. Shadow Fiend's still alive. Lynx is gonna buy out as well. Slaughter gonna land a nice 2-man crush. Gotta watch out for the Glimpse, not available just yet. MyPro's gonna jump forward with the Eye of Scott, look to get to Sam H. And Sam H is pretty screwed right now. Field is gonna go up, but MyPro can walk right through that. And Sam H is gonna be the casualty here. It's crazy. Actually gonna cancel his TP to try to help out. I think that might have just been a misclick. He's gonna end up giving his own life as well. But either way, it is still buybacks being forced out by the TNC side. That is going to be top lane pushing in towards their base. Mid lane also very much so pushing towards the Dire. How the hell do you get this many range creeps? How does that even happen? I have no idea. How the hell do those range creeps even survive for that long? So freaking weird, man. Oh, Abba, he got hit with a Frost Blast. Oh, and Anpon Boom Bell. No, not like this. How the hell are there this many range creeps over here now? See, TNC have just been like really training their range creeps to be really powerful, and oh, the Ancient Apparition will snipe the Slaughter in the end with that Aghanim Scepter Ice Blast. At level 3 right now, oh, you bet it is. He's even got a Soul Booster up. Oh man, AU is working with the cannon. And I'm pretty sure this is an Octarine core just to get more Ice Blasts out. I like that a little bit better than the Refresher Orb. I feel like Refresher Orb AA is just way too clunky. He has the only defensive item he really needs. Oh, in bottom lane, this Ice Blast should kill off the majority of these creeps. Here comes the Ember Spirit Illusions. Go, go, Ember Spirit Illusions. Almost for range racks. Roshan is alive right now. Aegis and Cheese. Honestly, I think Sig Trust need to get this. If they don't get it, they're going to be just completely screwed. But TNC, they're making a beeline for it first. Now, their Roche is not nearly as quick as Sig Trust's. But it is still very possible given how top lane is pushing in. And how the creeps are kind of just flooding the base of Sig Trust. Right in with the Solar Crest, it's going to go pretty quickly. Like, even though it's not quite as fast as Sig Trust's, they still have, like, Ember Spirit 6 slotted, so there's that. And, of course, Solar Crest and the attack speed ore from Beastmaster. Aegis Cheese for the Queen of Pain Beastmaster. Did Beastmaster grab the cheese? Yeah, he did. So now Sig Trust, yeah, they're kind of jammed up in their own base. Playing aggressive is no longer really an option. They just have to be on the responsive. Buyback status for the Dire. One for the Shadow Fiend. That's about it. Oh, Sam H gonna roar in towards Nagato. No grave just yet, although he's gonna get bubbled. He may survive for a little while longer, but now with the Sonic Wave flying overhead, MyPro will unleash the Requiem. Will do next to no damage, though. Abba's gonna land a nice 3-man crush. Trying to go for the Disruptor right now, but he doesn't have the damage output necessary, especially with the Ethereal form up on the Disruptor. Ghost Scepter is gonna save his ass. Sam H has the cheese, so he's not in any trouble either. Big Sleight of Fist hit through Cordy, and now Just Win's gonna blink forward. First Scream onto Abba. Axes will fly, and will bring him down. Boom Bell's gonna get sliced down right afterwards. 3 heroes are dead on Sig Trust, and they're gonna call it. That's GG. One of the grindiest games I've ever seen. But hey, doesn't matter how you get there, guys. What matters is that the enemy Ancient goes kablammy. And that is going to be it. 22-16, low kill score game for a 52-minute game. That's gonna be game 1 in the books. TNC, 1 game closer to punching their ticket towards Vilnius. Mikelorus has been your only caster for today, and I'll be right back for game 2 between TNC and Sig Trust.